Yeah, I am trying to set up this stream. I don't know if it is up and running. I need to check. Oh, it is. Cool. So I'm going to try this, and I'm in the background clicking away. I'm going to put myself on mute. Just my microphone though. Oh, it is. Cool. So I'm going to try this, and I'm in the background clicking away. I'm going to put myself on mute. Just my microphone though. Oh, it is. Cool. So I'm going to try this, and I'm in the background clicking away. I'm going to put myself on mute. Just my microphone. Okay, we're going to try using OBS software and then stream to YouTube Live. So as I get better at this, maybe the quality will be better. I'm a noob when it comes to this. My experience and where I was somewhat okay was with Facebook Lives. Dabbled a little bit with Twitch. Now I'm over here on YouTube, and I'm going to try that. So, okay, we're going to try using OBS software and then stream to YouTube Live. So, as I get better at... Sorry, see, as you can see, I got some issues. But let me try now. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right. I don't know if this is going to be the video we're going to be watching. Stand by. And I apologize for if you can hear my fan in the background. It's probably working overtime. It's going to be upper 90s today, so I have the fans going rather than running the clunky AC. I'm not totally sure what I want to share with y'all today. I thought about I've just been on this philosophy kick lately, and I thought about kind of, watching videos and kind of like the reaction videos that are on pretty popular on YouTube now. I thought about doing it that way, but I don't know. Could look at the news and see what's going on and go from there. Just I have to. This is my exercising my muscles to do this consistently. So I've done it today. Check the box. I started. This is day 2. Yesterday I put out a Today a Better Way and some random thoughts. Today a Better Way, just so you know, is Families Anonymous publication, and it's just I did a reading out of the Daily Reader. Shared my experience on that topic, and so I put videos out like that, more so recovery and support. And then one of the other things that I'm probably going to do is start uploading videos. One of them, I don't know, maybe I'll do it today. I don't know, but it's the idea came to me, and I truly believe it was kind of like an aha moment. And ideas aren't mainly ours, I believe. So I feel like there are very few native theologians out there. So I'm going to have videos that would be called the Savage Theology Podcast, and so I'll just be discussing various topics within theology, things that I've experienced, things that I'm learning, what my tribe has to say about it. I'm from the Sistin Waptin Dakota Oyate. Our traditional homeland is in Minnesota. So I'll be sharing with like what elders and what ancestors said about Creator and things like that. So you can probably think of the topics that would come up. So that's one kind of playlist that I'll be going over, and then others will be just kind of like native philosophy and I don't know, talking about what I'm learning as a man that's mixed blood. You're going to hear a lot of I'm a follower and disciple of Jesus. You're going to hear that. You're going to hear a lot of real life stuff. You're going to hear a lot of what you see is what you get. These are my thoughts. I own them. You might agree with them. You might disagree with them. You might be indifferent, whatever. I'm getting my feet under me, and I'm trying to figure out who I am. I've traveled this earth 46 winters. My ancestry, my line, the DNA that I have within me, on my father's side, it's Filipino and Spanish, Portuguese, and on my mother's side, she's full-blooded Dakota. You would probably know them as the Sioux people, but there are many other things that come from each one of those lines. On my mother's side, I believe we have some French. There's if I go back far enough, we can see the French trapper kind of blood within our line. On my father's side, his parents, diverse blood too. So I'm trying to figure out what it means to be a Dakota man. I'm trying to figure out what it means to be a Spanish Portuguese man, what it means to be a Filipino man. And you get to come with me, and I get to figure out. So maybe that channel might be something like the ancestors' teachings or something, my ancestors' teachings, and you get to go with me. And who knows, maybe you're from one of those backgrounds and you'll be able to teach me along the way. But the channel itself here is more so I don't know. I truly believe, like right now in America and in the world, we're talking past one another, and this is my way to give back to my circle of influence. This is the way to give back to the world, if that makes sense. To give back to humanity, I guess. Like I said, I don't think that there are many native theologians, and I definitely will have some things to say there. There are some things that I have to say about politics, and I don't desire to be I might say things that are assertive, that are caring and candid, but I don't mean them disrespectfully. We carry within our culture as Dakota people this value, this ethos that is to be Dakota was to be a good relative. I'll share with you some of the native philosophers that I really like. So it's just a random channel. I don't know what, maybe just talking about what I know of what it means to be a Dakota man. Maybe that's a playlist. I don't know. But I feel like we have got to start learning about and from one another. We can't stop. We got to stop talking past one another. I'm seeing it within Christian circles, and you might think, "Oh, great, here comes a Christian point." But look, man, you're not going to agree with me 100%. I'm not going to agree with you 100%. But the reality is that we keep coming back into the circle and we keep talking with each other. We keep having a relationship with one another. And that's something that's very important to me. And I'm going to try to live that out in this channel. I'm going to try to live that. I'm going to try to put that vibe out there, put out that, let my light shine so that others around me see this light and glorify not me, but my Creator. So, yeah. That's kind of like, I don't know, it feels introductory, but I don't know. So today I just felt like I needed to go live, and it might feel like I'm, throwing a lot in there. But yeah, those are the things that came to mind. So I feel like I'm just going to leave it at that and just kind of maybe go to the news or something, or finish watching this. I just searched this. I think I clicked it, and that's a big no. See all these, but yeah, I am going to maybe type in what was something that caught my attention. I just got back from a walk about an hour ago, and I was just thinking about was it Jordan Peterson? Maybe it was Jordan Peterson. Dr. Jordan B. Peterson on children? I think that's what I was thinking. How to deal with temper, maximizing potential of your children. What was I thinking about? I was on the backside of the golf course. There's a walking path. I live near a golf course. Darn it, it escapes me. Well, that's right there. I'm not going to talk about that, but I do see some videos that I've liked. Playlist. This gentleman here has really got some. I like his content, and I think that what he's offering is definitely. Hold on. What he has to offer is really helpful to the community of God and the just in general people. Looks like I started this video already, so let me.
There was as much an art of painting as an art of poetry, architecture, making beer, anything that was pulling things together and making. You see, as the modern world separated body and mind, it also separated art and technology, high art and low art. And by attempting to create a fine art, an art which elevates itself to the highest and purest language, we can chart it. We can chart modern art becoming more and more elitist, esoteric, and disassociated to any kind of participation in society. Right? Art objects became simply things to look at with no use whatsoever. Right? We say that today, visual arts.
Yeah, I've watched this one already. That's why I was wondering it jumped in there. So I'm going to actually just scroll the list and see which ones were the ones that Christmas trees. I think I finished that. No? I thought I finished that on my iPad. Doesn't look like there's much, left, so maybe finish watching that.
This place of total darkness, this place also of animals, this place of this low place of death, and the main.
By the way,
an animal food trough, and it's also represented.
By the way, check him out. Jonathan Pajot, his brother, I think how he pronounces it is Matthew, wrote a book, Symbolism. Hold on, let me grab it. Okay. The Language of Creation by Matthew Pajot. Matthew Pajot, or Pajot. Jonathan Pajot. That's what it is. Sorry, I keep butchering his name. So yeah, I like a lot of the explanations behind some of these images. I often wondered, as I was in Episcopal churches and Catholic churches, Lutheran churches, what some of these pictures meant. Like, and there is a lot of symbolism. And this gentleman goes, he's I think Eastern Orthodox, but he is. I enjoy him talking about this. So I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm going to trust that feeling. I'm going to move on, but definitely want to plug this gentleman. He's doing some good things, and I've been eating at this table for a while. So I truly believe that we should understand symbolism in America, because there's a lot of it. You look around and, the past election cycle, some of the symbolism that has been used, and so in the church, in a lot of other places, and you can kind of see what people are trying to communicate, and I really enjoy it. So, let's see. Was there one of these? No. Not that. Somebody texted me. Looks like I got about a half hour before I got to take off here. About 25 minutes, so. Okay. Let's go with, you know what, I'm going to see if he's on YouTube yet. The Recovery Show. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Nope. No. That's not it. I'm looking for a gentleman by the name of Spencer. I'll just show you the website. I mean, I really enjoy this gentleman's content. Do I already have it in my... As you can see, I tried a game. I actually enjoy it. It's a hobby of mine. So I'm looking for the link, and I don't have it up here. So let me just type it down here. The Recovery Show. All right. So this is something that's been really good. I enjoy this gentleman's light that he's giving to the world. Spencer, what is his last name? I think he's shared it before. Spencer. Let's go into the about. But if you want to check out something that has just been, for me, it's been thought-provoking about how my actions, because I have loved ones that are struggle with addiction, how my actions and the environment that's around those, and I'm a part of that environment, how my actions actually serve as triggers. So it's important that I work on my my program. I figure out me. Scripture talks about do not worry about the speck of dust in your brother's eye, but first remove the plank from your own. And that's what I feel like this is what Spencer does. That's his first name. That this is what he does on this site. Contact, maybe. I want to give him, the whole reason why I'm on here is because I want to give the man props, man. He puts a lot of energy into these. He's very humble, and he's a good teacher. And then he doesn't. This is what's really cool about him. He doesn't act like he knows it all, and he'll actually flat out say, "I don't know enough about that subject. Why don't you consider coming on the podcast and co-hosting with me?" Very rarely do I run into individuals like that, because I struggle with this whole thing of, I want to be able to offer an opinion. I think it's just a human thing. Offer opinion on everything, and Spencer flat out says, "I don't know enough about the topic." I feel like that is him, like, working the program, just kind of saying, "I think this is just recommendations." I'm sorry. I'm trying to find his information. Online meeting, subscribe, listen. I don't. Maybe that's just him being him again. Not putting his name on anything. Does he have a blog? Our staff? No. I'm gonna look. You're joining me in my creeper status. Yeah. That didn't work. Websites. Our staff. I feel like. Listen live. Privacy. Well, darn it. This is cool too. You can leave a voice message, and I've listened to the voice messages that are on his podcast, and they are like, some of them are very long. You'd think that he cut them off. He doesn't. He just, like, these individuals are just sharing their experiences, and he leaves them on there and thanks them for sharing. And it's a good show. So if you have an individual in your life, and this is more of a support site, and he does a really good job at kind of being resourceful and pointing people in the right directions, definitely check out this show. But yeah, that came to mind as I was on YouTube searching, but can't find anything. Contact, and I think it's just a online form. Yeah. Recovery show. But yeah, guide for our hosts. Yeah, his name's Spencer. I mean, it's good stuff. Transcripts, maybe? I'm going to click into all the links. No. Episodes. Yeah, one of the things that I've been before I deleted my Facebook account, I would go on Facebook Live, and I would tell folks that were connected to me on Facebook, I would say things like, what was the thing that we had it was basically all eyes on, and it was the opioid epidemic. And then the pandemic hit, and all eyes were off of the opioid epidemic, and it was still there. I feel like that community, maybe the data's not out there just yet, but I think that they suffered more, and they're probably still suffering. During my walk, I was just wondering, I went to this porta potty, and as I was using it, I noticed that inside the porta potty itself were, like, Black Velvet, Lord Calvert, like, little pints. And I got to think, I mean, who goes into a place and litters, or who, maybe they even came in here and drank, and then I thought, you did some silly things too. So, but I just wonder, like, if the data would show, like, what happened to the addicted community. I bet you they suffered a lot. What is Alan on? No. See, they're on Stitcher too, so subscribe. What is this? Oh, just podcast stuff. All right. See, very resourceful. Online meetings. I mean, list of online meetings, websites, podcasts we like. It's just good stuff. See, his name is Spencer. Right. Well, it's worth your time. Definitely check it out. Give you some perspective on maybe something that's out of sight and out of mind for some people. I know that when I can tell you personally, I serve as a chaplain at a local tribal college here in my state or in my city. And it's like when somebody calls and they need help, or they just got picked up for something. It's like we don't want to talk about those things, and I don't know. It's chaos coming into our lives, and we just don't like it. But for them, it's something that's ongoing. It's just a repetitive cycle, and just feel like we lost a lot, and during COVID-19, and we don't. Like these individuals, I just wonder how much of Jesus' words are definitely true, and I believe that they're true for this thing. But he said that if you gave me a cup of cold water, if you visited me while I was in prison, if you visited me when I was sick, if you did this to the least of these, you did it to me. And I truly believe that the people within that community, like we serve Christ, and we go and we're not enabling them, we're not, but we're serving them. I mean, I just wonder like how we can do this better, because whatever the things we're doing now, I feel like there's always room for improvement, and we can make them even better. And I feel like Spencer does that well, and he connects a lot of things. He's very resourceful. So come check it out. That is my plug for the Spencer's show. It just came to mind, and I feel like I just need to share that. So I'm going to close this out. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to open up this. One of the reasons why I walked away from Facebook is I was getting a lot of conspiracy theories DM'd to me. Check this out. They're doing this and they're doing that. And the things that each political party, so I'm thinking of the two main ones, Republicans and Democrats, that were saying about each other, it was hateful, and I didn't like it. So I was listening to a podcast by Jim Quick called Quick Brain. I think that's what it's called. Let me make sure. I want to make sure that I'm directing everybody back to these places the right way. Yeah, Quick Brain with Jim Quick. KWIK Brain with Jim Quick. It's a podcast. And anyway, on that podcast, he had Tana Aman. And she was talking about how her uncle, who was a recovering heroin addict, taught her probably the most valuable lesson about responsibility. And I can't remember if she was complaining to him or something, but he flat out got in her face and said, how much responsibility are you going to take for where you are in your life right now? And she's like, it was something like, I don't know. Later on, she was just like, it just stuck in my brain. How much responsibility am I going to take for my life? Only 50%. Well, who gets that other 50%? And then she kind of continued on with the various percentages. And she's like, I got to take 100% responsibility for where I'm at right now. But think of that. That was a recovering heroin addict that taught his niece something. And that teaching she shared on that podcast, and it's been impacting me. So, what does that have to do with Facebook? What has everything to do with Facebook? I can sit there and be discouraged by these people that are friends and relatives, and I'd be like, oh my goodness, what is wrong with you? In some cases, colleagues. Like, how can you be caught up in that thing? And how can you call that person that votes this way that? How can you call that person that? And I had to take 100% responsibility for where I was at that moment. And I just said, I'm done with Facebook. And I deleted my Facebook. I deleted Twitter. I deleted Instagram. I deleted my LinkedIn. And because of the nature of the job that I have, I serve within a parachurch organization, but it's more so volunteering. And there'll be a time for me to talk about that, and I'll definitely talk about that, but I don't want people to be like, I guess I can't change it. People will be like, "Oh man, did you hear that he's part of a parachurch organization?" But I feel like I just need to tell you exactly where I'm at. But I do my own thinking, and I think that that's dangerous to some people, or that's concerning to some people. Probably concerning sounds better. So when I started deleting these things, I kept a few social sites, and here's why. I kept TikTok and I kept Snapchat. The reason why I kept those two is that's where young people are at, and those are the individuals that I feel like I need to have relationship with now. So I kept those sites, but Facebook was the one I got rid of. And during that time, I was like, a lot of the information is bad. I need to find information. This site that's on my screen right now, the Factual, is one of those sites that I stumbled upon. I can't remember where I found it, but I just love the way that they tell you source bias. Do you want your stories to come from the left? Do you want them to come from right? Or do you want them to be a mix? If you're from the left, definitely choose right. You have to understand what the other side's talking about. Don't call yourself a critical thinker. And this is me talking to myself. Don't call yourself a critical thinker, Bob, if you're not willing to go and understand the other side. And if I was from a right leaning, why am I listening to the left? Mainly, I need to listen to try to understand where other human beings are coming from rather than just judging them. So this website came to mind, and it came up and like underreported. It's good, and it gives you a score. Let me just go to. I think there's something on here that tells you what the Factual is about. Oh, that's just the light. Let me see, trending topics. No. How we choose our articles. No. The many questions of reparations. I'm triggered. So as a man that was brought up, let me just say this, as a man that was brought up by a full-blooded Dakota woman, Sioux, also known as Sioux, Sioux people, Sioux tribe, this has always bothered me. The many questions of reparations, especially when natives are not a part of that conversation. And here's what I mean by that is, you can talk about repaying. In this case, and it says the Tulsa massacre. You're going to talk about paying our black relatives with what? How are you going to pay them back? And does it just stop there? Because natives, they had a lot taken from them too. There was massacres that happened there too, and we can go on and on and on. That's just the history here. So this bothers me. But anyway, that's my rant. I'm going to stop for right now. I could get into that and then I'll miss my appointment. But this website has been good. It's one of those kind of like things. These are the hacks, right? This is one of the things that I do. I scroll this every morning. I look at and I'll read these articles. It's got a score details. This is what it means. Hopefully it'll load up descriptions. Factual grade based on Wall Street Journal expertise, and it gives you these things. So like down here, the grade is based on diversity and extent of references, and you can probably read yourself, but maybe we'll just go to the frequently asked questions. But that's what I like about it, is that they're why should I trust the Factual grade? The Factual automatically calculates how informative an individual article is. This is based on 4 factors: diversity and quality of the sources, the neutrality of tone in the article. I like that. Let me make up my own mind. If I'm a critical thinker, I'm going to research everything that's on that side to the best of my. I don't have all the time to do it, but I'm going to put in some effort. Everything that's on the left, everything that's on the right, and everything in the middle. And then I'll make up my own mind. I won't have people using their propaganda to control me. I might get triggered in some places, but I will say, okay, there's a reason. Maybe I need to go to the source and find out more information. Boy, if we all went to the source. Critical race theory. I have my input on that too. But right away, people are just against it. Well, we should find out what it is first, and then we should find out the pros and cons, and then we should But bottom line, just not what somebody's told you about it. It's going to be this. Did you see this? And all of your information is coming from one source or coming from one group or whatever. But this is a website that has helped me, the Factual. So you see the world, the U.S., trending topics there. I like it. It's helped me out. It's helped me out a lot. It's actually dropped down my stress levels too. And then part of my morning reading, I'll go here, and then I'll go to Google News and check out and scroll that. And it's amazing how, if I were to go to the news outlets, how it's just one leaning, right? We all know that this media outlet is going to lean this way. It's going to lean left. This media outlet's going to lean this way. But I tend to just check here and then I'll open. So this is the city where I live. I'll open the Tribune. I have a sorry, it's crazy how you get to see this real time, but I know one of these individuals that are on this page, and yeah, I'm just holding them in the light right now, and praying that Creator will engage them again and connect them to Himself. But anyway, this then I'll go here, and then I'll go into my workouts or whatever. But yeah. Think about that. A podcast. Tana Aman on Quick Brain with Jim Quick says this thing, and it's effective. That's why I think that if we talk with one another and we have relationship with one another, good things can come about that. I have some individuals that are just afraid of what can come about from this what is it? It's hold on. Sorry. Okay. Oh, Senator. Sorry. Secretary now, but okay, so there's an effort by Secretary Deb Haaland through the Department of Interior to do I think it's an investigative report about the boarding schools. So let's just type that in a Google search. I don't know why I'm going down this road, but whatever. Secretary Deb. Okay. Where is it at? We must learn about this history, I believe. Okay, some people are triggered. Oh, it's an article from all I'm trying to find out is what the action is. That I think there's a report or some kind of investigation that's supposed to happen here in the United States, and people are kind of like, oh, what? Profound impacts. Let me see. I want to make sure that yeah, I wish I wouldn't see what it's called. But anyways, there's this. Okay. Totally lost it. It was there, and then it went bye-bye. So yeah, that it just kind of reminds me, just the thought is gone, but I'm reminded of, like, so we're related. We're related. The reparations from the Tulsa massacre, our black relatives, and I'm intentional when I say relatives because it's just culture. That's how the elders talk. That's how people in my tribe talk, especially the elders, the spiritual leaders. They talk like that. But these are our black relatives, and yeah, I'm not saying anything that did not happen to them. Bad things didn't happen to them, but if they acknowledge, and most do acknowledge that this was, there were tribes here before. What are you getting repaid with? You're getting repaid with, and there are people that are smarter than me when it comes to this topic or wherever. But I feel like if we would just stop, I would be able to okay, the reason why Deb Hellens is doing this because there's power in acknowledgement. So if we can just acknowledge things that happened in the past, maybe we can move on in a better way. And just see what happened, acknowledge what happened, and move on. Oh, it just doesn't stop there. It just doesn't stop there. There needs to be more that needs to be done, Bob. Come on. By the way, that's my name. It's just such a crazy time to be alive. It's for sure. Man, just a crazy time. Well, I'm going to end this, and you can expect this is just how I carry myself. It's random. I call it beating. I'm all over the place. But if you were in a friendship with me, yeah, we might be able to have a 2-hour visiting session or 2-hour lunch or 2-hour supper, or even longer than that. And people would be like, okay, we're closing shop now. Can you guys leave? That's how it is with me. I like to have conversation with people, and I feel like that is the sweet spot. Relationship is the sweet spot for where we're at right now. If you don't know much about a topic or something, go find out about it. So one of the things that I'm going to do, because I've heard a lot of people talking about it, is to go to the source of what it means, what critical race theory means. And I want to hear it from the person that coined it. I don't want to hear what the subject matter experts are saying about it right now. I want to research, and then I'll go from there. So it's something that's ongoing. What's the thing that you're going to take 100% responsibility for where you're at right now? Are you going to continue in chaos? Are you going to continue in this being discouraged, and you're going to let that vibe, promulgate and ripple through your circle of influence? No. I mean, you can go, by all means, go ahead. You're an adult. You can do what you want. But I'm going to give you the counsel of a recovering heroin addict. How much responsibility are you going to take for where your life is right now? And with that, I'm going to end this live. Dokshda ake. I'll see you later. That's Dakota for I'll see you later. We have no word for goodbye. We just say until we see each other again. So, Dokshda ake. I'll see you later.